So, question coming from Richard there. So we've talked around and we separated diversity and inclusion right at the top end of this conversation. His question is, where does equality sit within this? Because it's often a word that's used around organisations. So, what's your view around the word equality and how that sits along diversity and inclusion?
I think one of the things that I would say is that diversity is the picture of the people that you have in the organisation, and how diverse that population is. Inclusion is very much about the day-to-day. So there is an element of the future in terms of planning around inclusion and being inclusive in what you're doing, but that is almost the day-to-day environment and action that you're creating an inclusive environment. And equality is almost more about opportunity. So I would say that it links in very closely with inclusion, but I would say equality is more forward focused in terms of what we want that to look like in the future, that equal opportunity. But I would say that inclusion, rather than equality, more encapsulates that sense of real belonging, as well as the opportunity that's available, the equal opportunity that's available for you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Great definition. Really appreciate that. So that's kind of brought us up to the end of our hour together. So if there are any final questions, then please do just ping them in really quickly. But just while people are potentially giving any final kind of points, where can people get hold of you, Joe, if they want to learn a bit more, maybe talk to you in a bit more detail about how you might be able to help them with some of the topics we've covered?
Yeah.
What's the best place for people to get hold of you?
Absolutely. So people can find me on LinkedIn. So it's Joe Drury, and of course I'm connected to yourself, Hayden, on LinkedIn. Or my email address, if people want it, is J-O, at potentialintoperformance, all lowercase, .co.uk. So if people wanted to directly email me or message me on LinkedIn, where you can also find more of my contact details on there, then by all means do. And it would be great to talk to people. Like I say, it's a fast changing topic and something that is always very interesting, especially during the times we're in now. So please do get in touch.
Absolutely. Joe, it's been fascinating, really interesting, some great insights, and you know, for me, some hugely practical things that we can do as well, which has been great to take those thoughts and think, okay, what can I do with them? So I just want to say a real huge thank you from the Brain Food community for coming along and sharing your time with us today, and bringing what is, to say, such a hot topic at the moment to us, and to helping us think through how we can really move forward in this area and improve some of those networks and communities, and taking the champion idea forward. That's great stuff. So yeah, really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me, and thanks everyone for your time today as well. It's been really interesting to get some of those questions through as well, and sort of get a feel for how people are coping with diversity and inclusion in the environment that we're in. So thank you very much.